Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, amazing, beautiful viewers. I'm so blessed to be here today, and thank you so much for the 2,000 subscribers. How amazing is that? I never in a million years thought I would even have 50 viewers, never mind or 50 subscribers, never mind 2,000. I was absolutely blessed. I'm absolutely grateful to all of you guys, and I love to do these readings for you guys. Hopefully you guys find that messages resonate for you today, and most of all provide some healing for you. So today's reading, we're looking at the person on your mind, and how is this person specifically thinking that you feel, and what you're thinking about them, and this connection between you and them. So it's their perspective, okay? And as usual, you could tap into your own energy, your own pile, meaning this is how you think your person is thinking and feeling, okay? If that is how it's coming out, it's flipped. So you might want to go check out another pile, because sometimes you might have your energy in one and your person in another, okay? Sometimes the energy might be blended, meaning there's two energies pulling through. I'll do my best to differentiate the two, but it's your job to identify who is on what side, you or your person. And there's no need to force any of the messages to fit. It should be the overall essence of the energy in that pile that is what you're looking at, okay? So with that all out of the way, beautiful viewers, 4 options. Option 1, the Light Seers Tarot. Option number 2, Mystical Manga Tarot. Option number 3, the Anime Tarot. And option number 4, the Spheres of Heaven Tarot. So the timestamp will be in the description box in the pinned comment below. It will take you directly to your pick, and I will see you at your pick. Hello, beautiful pile 1. You guys picked the Light Seers Tarot and this beautiful labradorite stone, absolutely gorgeous. We're looking at the person on your mind and this person's perception in regards to how they think, you feel, and are thinking. Then this connection between them, okay, which may or may not be accurate, but this is their own perspective. So if you've tapped into your own pile, your own energy, this will be more what you think your person is thinking or feeling, okay? And it's crisscrossed. Could be that you're meant to listen to that reading for whatever reason, but if you don't want to listen, you can certainly go check out another pile. See if your person's energy is in that one, okay? So for pile 1, Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile 1. Person they came here about. How is this person thinking? Pile 1 is feeling and thinking about them and this connection right here, right now. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1's connection with this person. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good. Thank you so much, Spirit. We're so blessed to be here. All right, so we'll pull some oracles as well. And I know this is lengthy. Take some time to settle into the reading and grab some water, some tea. Clear and concise message, Spirit, for beautiful pile number 1 and this connection. How does their person, the person on their mind, think pile 1 is thinking and feeling right here, right now? Thank you so much for this message. Okie dokie. Pile 1, are you ready? We have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. We pick up on energy, whether it is in the shadow or in the light. We have 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so Taurus energy. We have Justice, Libra energy, Queen of Pentacles, more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Ace of Swords, 9 of Cups in reverse, the Sun, Leo energy. 10 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay. And we have the Dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things come to light, adapt, change, and heal. And we have the Rooster. Grieve. Sorry, the rooster makes me laugh. Okay, oops, this one came flying towards me. And protection. Oh, we have heal here and grieve. Okay. Let me sit with this for a quick minute, even though this is pretty clear what's coming through here, what's under that. Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy. Okay. So this person sees you as somebody here who most likely did not get what you wanted in this connection with this person. And you're coming into your power. And that you experienced sadness or grief for not getting emotionally fulfilled with this person. Potentially you wanted some form of commitment or something greater than what this person was able to give to you. Or potentially you guys had two different understandings of what you wanted, where this was going. And you could have potentially put in a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of dedication into fostering, growing, or committing yourself to something here that wasn't producing anything for you. And so you're in the energy now of balancing your energy, getting empowered, seeing something greater, seeing a truth. And the truth is you want happiness above all else. You're clear about what you want and that you're certain that this person is not providing you emotional fulfillment. You had enough. You hit your wall. You're no longer wanting to engage or put in the energy and the effort because it's been squandered and wasted here. And so you've walked away from this connection. Although this person sees you as somebody here who might have had a really difficult time detaching yourself from this connection, at some point this person feels as though you finally emotionally said what matters here to you is more important than sticking around something here that just was not balanced. It wasn't balanced, it wasn't just, it wasn't fair. Maybe you felt like it wasn't valuing you. Something really strong about your energy, wanting something more reliable, something you could really commit to here for the long term. And it wasn't clear to you that this was going to get there, or that this person had any intention to get there, or just became too heavy that you were carrying the load. So you're empowered here, and you might be in an energy here of like dictating what it is that you want. You might be pushing this person away energetically, or just not allowing this person to sort of come into your space at this time, is how they feel. Like you're guarded, you're protecting your own energy, you're protecting your vision of what you want, where you want to go, and that you're in this sort of empowered energy. Although you've experienced sadness here, you know, that you are healing, and that there is an energy here that if this person was to figure something out potentially in regards to the long term, or have some clarity or some certainty around this, that potentially you could be back, or that you could turn around or change your mind. But the only way that you would change your mind or come back here is if there was clarity and certainty and truth in regards to commitment, long-term stability, and where this was going, because things are really out of whack. And this person would have to really, really step up and really have to take charge and not be so in the energy that they're in, which I'm sure is probably an uncertain energy. Yeah, and so here's the healing, the grieving. And so they do feel that you had deep sense of love here, but that you're having to mourn this connection because of what it didn't produce to you. So we're going to go a little deeper and see if we could see a little bit more. Should we keep these here? No, I feel we need fresh ones. Although, like I said, it does take a bit of time, but that's why we have a fast forward button. All right, so beautiful, beautiful. Pile one. Let's take a look. A deeper layer here. Anything pile one is needing to know in regards to how their person thinks. Pile one is feeling and thinking right here, right now, about them and this connection specifically. Thank you, Spirit. Or anything else that needs to come through at this time in regards to pile one and the connection between them and this person. Thank you so much. I feel two more. One more. Okay, and the oracles. How does pile one's person think? Pile one is feeling and thinking. Wow. We asked for more and we certainly got more. Holy camole, this person's about to burst at the seams. Okay, well, I saw make, so I'm putting make out and change. Look at that. Rooster energy coming through quite strong. Making she is needy happen. Making the change happen. I dropped a card. I dropped the golden mirror. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. I'm going to put it back if it wants to come out, it will, but could certainly be some sort of mirroring happening here in regards to you taking charge and this person having to sort of take charge of themselves here. Okay, and one more. And then we will get into this reading. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile one. A deeper look at how their person is thinking. Pile one is feeling. I am called to pull the top one. Oh my goodness, this is a lot. Okay, let's see. Leo, strength, 2 pentacles. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Cups, Ace of Swords coming out again, Knight of Cups in reverse, 5 Swords in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun again, Leo energy, beautiful, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, this message is so clear. Change, make, illumination, Sun. Pretty much for the 3rd time. Sun is the most positive card in the tarot we could pull. Well, joy, bliss, certainty, being enlightened, finding our bliss. Spirits, look at this beautiful energy. Puppet Master, Capricorn energy. This is pulling through with that card we saw, the Golden Mirror, with the love bombing and forget what else it said. Alligator. We have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Make change. Love. Wow. Strength. Verified by the strength and movement. Oh my goodness. Rooster, rooster, and more rooster. So this message is really clear, except there is a little bit of a twist. So reiterating what we already talked about, and I love when Spirit does this because it's very clear. This person sees is very, very empowered to make shit happen in your own life without them. It could have been with them, but they chose not to step up, not to rooster themselves. So you roostered up and you empowered yourself. So they feel like you're no longer wanting to give emotionally to this person. But there is this deep sense of love. Okay, so they recognize you've decided, despite the love you feel, that you're enlightened enough to move forward to give love to yourself. So you're letting go. Wherever you were really stuck and held to this person or incapable of moving forward, potentially you guys were stuck in spirals or circles or cycles with this person doing the dance repetitively. This person feels like you chose to get clear, okay, to get clearer. And so this person feels almost like they can't just come forward to love bomb you or to do the same old. That having feelings or expressing feelings just isn't enough here for you, that you need to see something more than just pie in the sky, okay? Because the pie in the sky created 5 swords, and so if they want to have luck with you, they want things to move forward, they have to get clear about which way they want to go. They have to produce something solid, something tangible here. They have to step up here and step into their courage, okay? But I feel like this person was either not choosing you, keeping you an option, or just keeping things in the air, or going back and forth. Things are very turbulent here. Yeah, and you just got it. You had enough. You're no longer interested in them, is how they feel. So it's over. There's no second chances as far as they're concerned, unless, of course, they rooster themselves. But they feel you're very far ahead here in regards to empowering yourself. And so there is this energy here of them sort of being beneath you or below you, that they were potentially trying to manipulate or control you or have you stuck in some sort of way in their will. But you rose above this and you faced whatever you're needing to in order for you to break free, in order for you to move towards what you wish for, what you want, and that you're healing through this process, and that you're quite courageous here in your strength here, moving towards what you desire. They also feel like your future vision of what you want is really spiritually aligned with your calling. There is this you finding happiness through your spirituality or through your spiritual path. So I don't know if this person saw you as someone who was very committed or dedicated to your enlightenment or your spirituality, but that this is something that's guiding you, that there's something greater guiding you than just your sort of desire to have a mate in your life, that you're really spiritually driven, and your love of aligning, yourself to a greater truth is what's driving you here. So that's some awareness here this person has. This person also feels like, because of your experience here with this person, there is a little bit of fear that you might be really reactionary if this person were to step up towards you at this time. Like, you might not be in the best mood here to accept this person. And I don't know if this means if they just come towards you in the same fashion that they might have always, which is potentially the love bombing or just expressing love, but it's not resulting in showing anything solid, would result in you sort of snapping back or protecting yourself, or just not wanting anything to do with this person and that energy. And so this could be a reason why this person is just removed at this time, because they feel your energy here is very strong and making massive change for yourself. And so this person has no sort of recourse except to, at some point, re-examine their own self and what they want and their truth. But I feel like their energy right now is solely focused on your movement. It's like they're observing a transformation in front of them. So I don't feel, and this isn't in the cards, this is more just what I'm feeling here intuitively, that there's no self-reflection here back to this person about self that they're observing. And that's probably why we saw the golden mirror. Yes, okay, it's all coming in now as a heavy download. So the golden mirror is, you are shining this light of transformation, healing, and with the rooster, empowerment to make changes in your own life. And this is reflecting back to this person in order for them to make massive change in their life. But right now I feel this person is so consumed by your energy, your change, what you've empowered yourself to do, that this person is sort of stuck here. Okay, stuck here. I don't know how long they're going to be stuck here, but I feel like this is shifting things in a very profound way. I feel like this is exactly as things were fated to happen, and divine timing is now spinning in such a way that this person is going to have no choice but to have to reflect back to self and make massive changes and rooster themselves. Because I feel like this person was in an energy here that was keeping you unclear, or just not allowing things to flow in a way here, keeping you potentially stuck on them. Okay, but of course we can't allow other people to keep us stuck, right? Like, that's an illusion. The devil's an illusion. We're never stuck. So I feel energetically you've had to transcend through some difficult energy here in order to see a greater truth. And so this person feels like they can no longer control you. And I don't say that maliciously, because I don't feel this person was trying to manipulate you so much as they wanted this connection to kind of play by their rules, or be safe in their sort of territory. Because I feel like you getting empowered and you sort of going your own way has now made this person feel like you're no longer in their control. Like, they no longer have power over you. This connection is sort of below you now, below you. You're moving on to bigger, better things. And that's the power I feel here, like the strength and spirit is behind you. Okay, like you're really sort of shining here brightly. And so I feel like this person is sort of blinded by your light And so I feel like this person sees you as someone who's transforming, who's growing and changing and shifting. And also the message coming through, because I asked Spirit anything that wants to come through, which now I'm understanding why I'm getting so many downloads here outside of the cards. Spirit is talking about the growth and transformation in this connection, with the growth and transformation, this Wheel of Fortune, things turning, divinely fated to turn in this connection, because I feel like what was required was for you to sort of detach or release, release yourself in order for things to move forward, in order for things to change here. Because I feel this person was really stuck. I feel like you guys were in a lot of 5 swords with this person. I feel like this person might have devils in their own life and things they need to detach from and release. And so the mirroring here is them learning how to let go and release certain toxic things in their life, and I feel like they might have used this connection to sort of keep themselves in this sort of 7 cups energy, not choosing, not prioritizing themselves, not choosing a hierophant. Like a hierophant in our life is something greater that we value, making commitments and decisions based on a higher understanding, a greater purpose, spirituality or whatever we might sort of want to align ourselves with, a belief of something to live for. And this person might have just been, I don't know, floundering in some way. So I feel like there's healing, and this is creating movement. Okay, and I do feel like this person understands that with this relationship is over, that there is no going back to how this relationship was. So if they want anything with you, it has to be clear, certain, committed, long-term, solid, and they have to start with something very solid. It cannot be whatever it was, and I have a feeling that this person thought that maybe how they expressed love was enough, or them coming forward with reconciliation, saying I love you was enough, or I'm sorry is enough, or just kind of being in your energy there, wanting you to apologize. Maybe they, would bring you a peace offering. Flowers might be a thing, red roses I'm seeing here. But I feel like this person can no longer sort of stay in that energy, and they feel like that's not something they can do. So I'm seeing again with the white animals always pulling through my readings now. I see the little white lamb and the white horse, and white is all about the purity of consciousness. Okay, horses are all about horsepower, getting empowered. It's also about liberation, freedom. Okay, and the lamb is purity and innocence. And so I feel like there's a greater truth here. There's a great truth with the Ace of Swords showing up twice. And the sun, like you can't get more certain, more clear than when you embrace the conscious truth of something greater. And I feel like this is what you're doing. And this is, what this person is having to accept or see, because now the wheel is moving and you're moving forward regardless. So this person's going to have to get their ish together. Okay. So pile number 1, this is your reading. I love it. I will see you guys at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 2. You guys picked the Mystical Manga Tarot and the Rose Quartz Heart. Beautiful. This box is too big, so I'm just going to move it aside and keep your beautiful rose quartz here. We're looking at the person on your mind, and how is this person thinking that you're feeling and thinking about them in this connection right here, right now. Okay, now this is coming from their perspective, so of course it may or may not be accurate. Okay, so occasionally you might tap into your own energy, your own pile, meaning it's coming flipped. This is how you think your person is feeling and thinking. Okay, if that's the case, then you might want to go check out another one or listen to that pile, because there might be some messaging there that's meant for you to listen to. Certainly up to you, but your person's pile could be in another pile. Okay, so clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile 2. Person on their mind, and how are they thinking? Pile 2 is thinking and feeling about them right here, right now, Spirit. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed and grateful to be here doing your reading. Energy doesn't feel quite right. Do that again. All right, so let's lay these cards down. We'll pull a little bit of oracle to give some context. Grab some tea, some water, This might take a little bit as we pull your cards. I dropped one. Feeling that one. And that one. Do feel one more. Two more. Let's pull some oracles. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2, Spirit. How's their person on their mind thinking pile 2 is feeling and thinking about them in this connection? Thank you so much. We are so blessed for this reading and this message today. How is pile 2's person thinking pile 2 is feeling and thinking right here, right now, Spirit, about them and this connection? Okay. Bottom of the deck. We have the Hangman, Pisces energy. Under that, we have the Devil, Capricorn energy in reverse. Okay. Oopsie, my wand is falling. We have the 3 wands. And we have the 6 wands in reverse. And we have the Tower. And we have Death. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Scorpio energy. And we have 3 cups. And we have Judgment in reverse. Okay. And we have 5 wands and the Emperor in reverse. Aries energy. We have the Mallard. We have date, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there and plan, set a date. And we have strength, Leo energy, and we have it gets better with a heart that's mended here and 6 hands up in the air, which is giving me 6 wands. Okay, just let me sit with this one for a little bit here. What's under the Devil? The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is a little bit unclear. I mean, there's a message here that is clear, but it's a little bit unclear as to why or what exactly. But we'll dive in deep and maybe it will get clear. So they're seeing us as somebody here who is now thinking differently. Okay, thinking differently than maybe things have gone in the past here, because I feel like things in the past might have not have gone your way. Like you weren't really successful in your terms of success with this person. So either, I don't know, either just the things were stuck with this person, or there was something really unhealthy in this connection that you had to detach from. And so they see you here as someone who wanted to either have change or progress in this connection, forward movement in this connection, or you want to have forward movement for yourself. And so you let this person go, or you just, yeah, like whatever happened here between you and this person, because I feel something's happened, is now giving you opportunity to make massive change to be able to either date again or be free from this person or release you from this connection so that you can find happiness elsewhere. But I feel as though they think, I think they feel maybe you don't see them in a good light. You know, like that this person can't make you happy, or that this person was unable to make you happy, that you found a lot of conflict here potentially with this person, that you guys couldn't really agree or see eye to eye. So there was a falling apart, you know, or that things had to fall apart because you couldn't see progression here with this person, or because you wanted things to move and it didn't, which is why things have changed here and can't go back the same. You know, and that this person sees you sort of as somebody maybe who's out on the market with the date, this 5 wands, this 3 cups, dating, back on the market, and like this person was incapable of stepping forward here or doing what they needed to do, and that you might be contemplating that because of this, it left you with no choice but to have to sort of move forward if you wanted to have movement. This person feels like they hurt you. And I feel like they hurt you because of their lack of, I don't know, like action, you know, or that they failed you somehow by not doing something. Maybe not showing you something or not doing something here. But I feel like there's something beneath this, which we'll see, and I'm just picking this up, that this person has a plan. You know, like either they're like, okay, it's okay, I have a plan to for something bigger here, like to reconcile here, or to fight for this person, to make things better, to, I don't know, like to change things here for the better. Yeah, like, and they might be thinking you're thinking this, you know, that they'll come with a changed perspective here, that they'll come to make things better here, that they'll have to eventually step into their emperor and courage and step up to attain you, or to want to date you, or to show up once they sort of realize and sit and power through any conflict that they might have, whatever's holding them back, because their energy is stuck and has been stuck, and your desire to move forward and expand is what's keeping you sort of open. You know, like, look, this is stuck energy, this is stuck energy, this was stuck energy, but it's like coming out of the devil. So anything that sort of kept us stuck, so that anything that kept this person stuck is having to shift, or that this person is working through shifting this by seeing things differently. That they're going to have like a sudden realization here that's going to change things, that suddenly they're going to want to come together. But that they haven't seen the light just yet, or they haven't understood this just yet, and that they're needing to transform, or that there's shifting happening here. You know, there's massive shifting happening here at this time because of all the loss and hurt. And so something's coming through with the mallard, with dreams, although I'm going to read the mallard just to see if we connect in a different way, and then I'm going to have a deeper look here as to what's going on. And this isn't alphabetical, so I got to find where the mallard sits so that we can, and of course it's in some random spot here, so that didn't help. Mallard, like, I don't understand who in their right mind would come up with a book like this. Okie dokie. The subconscious mind, the dream state. Yes. Okay, well, a mallard is probably what comes to mind when you imagine a duck, as they are found virtually everywhere across the globe. This instant association is an example of how our subconscious mind speaks to us every day, almost like a reflex, just as the mallard duck glides effortlessly across the surface of the water. This card asks us to examine the natural, deeply ingrained patterns of our subconscious mind. Perhaps the easiest way to examine the subconscious mind is through our dreams. As opaque and sometimes ridiculous as they can be, dreams continue to be studied deeply by psychologists and spiritual experts. When we dream, our subconscious is allowed to run free, and it feeds us images, symbols, and themes of whatever is buried underneath the surface. The energy of the mallard asks us to examine our dreams. Perhaps you could benefit from keeping dream journal and beginning to explore the meaning behind yours. There's an incredible wealth of information to be harvested through dreams. Our dreams are also one of the main highways through which spirit tries to reach us. Okay, so lots to do with dream state. I'm getting a couple of messages here. One, it really tied me back to this judgment in reverse. There's something going on in the subconscious here that's needing to massively transform here. That's already sort of in the works. Okay, so I feel like your person's going through a massive transformation. I feel like, and this is aside from what your person's thinking, you're feeling, this is kind of coming through as a download from spirit here. Okay, I feel like because your person's amidst this massive transformation, because of some sort of sudden, could be a sudden realization, something that's happened in this connection, or it just fell apart, it didn't work. This is also giving me subconscious here. So I feel like what Spirit's saying is you're not seeing what's happening here beneath the surface here, okay? But you might be having a lot of dreams connecting you to this person, okay? That this person is doing a lot of subconscious work. And the subconscious work is them clearing shadows and stuff that were holding this person back, that was keeping things really stuck here. Okay, so this person could have been in 5 swords, which is self-sabotage. They could have just been sabotaging you. This connection, it was really stuck and capable of offering anything, okay, solid in this connection. This person could have been addicted to substances or unhealthy behaviors, could have been stuck in other relationships. I feel like this person is having some sort of intervention here with the divine, okay, and with death, like some spiritual awakening, some ego death, dark night of the soul stuff. But I feel like the dreams are coming through to you. I don't know necessarily if this person's dreaming all that much, okay? They may or may not, but I feel this is for someone. The dreams are coming through here very strong, that this person's having some sort of shift. But as far as this person's concerned, I feel like they feel like you're trying to date, or you're trying to get out there, you know, because they failed you. They failed themselves, that you understand that they're having to come into some greater realization here and having to break free from unhealthy things, but you're open to dating, and that you would be open to dating them, I feel here, you know, but that they couldn't step up. So let's take a deeper look, because I feel there's more. And I don't know, it's almost like what I was really feeling, the energy was someone who was like avoidant in a way, but it seemed like not taking accountability, or I don't know what the energy was. Like it felt really making big space, but almost like they don't want to be accountable or take responsibility, or I don't know, like just far removed is kind of the energy I was feeling from this person, like really sort of far removed, kind of observing, not really engaged, just like let the ball drop, didn't do anything stand up. It was kind of like a disappointment, you know, and I don't know if they're projecting that you see them as a disappointment because they feel like they're a disappointment, but it's kind of like they let you down in a big way, and they just kind of let the connection down, like it fell apart because of their doing or their lack of doing. So let's dive in deeper and see, Spirit, can we button this down and get clear and concise message for pile number 2, the person on their mind, a deeper layer as to what it is exactly this person thinks pile 2 is feeling and thinking right here, right now in this connection. Clear and concise message right here, right now for pile 2. A deeper look at pile 2's person's energy and how they're thinking. Pile 2 is feeling and thinking about them specifically in this connection. So we have Ace of Coins, Strength, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So Leo energy. And we have 10 Pentacles. And we have the 7 Swords. We have the Fool, Aquarius energy in reverse. Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the 8 Pentacles. And pull some more oracles because that's what I did for pile 1. And see what comes through here energetically for pile 2's person. What are they thinking? Pile 2 is thinking and feeling. Anything else that wants to come through here as a communication to pile 2 at this time, Spirit? Thank you so much. Ghost. Feel one more. Yeah, this is kind of the energy the person was encompassing. I feel like they're removed, like no accountability, just like no answer, no nothing, like I don't know, like a shell of a energy I feel here, like not even responsive or taking accountability. So I don't know, are they just completely off the face of the earth? Did they block you, or they're just acting vacant? It's like a big vacancy, but there's spiritual change happening on the inside massively, so maybe they just energetically cannot be present due to this huge shift that's going on with the devil in reverse and that death and the hangman. I feel like there's massive change happening here with this person. Okay, so we have coffin. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Look at that. So the death card and transition is things can no longer be like they were in the past here. Okay, and then we have crow. Look at that. That's communication, because crows bring communication from other worlds. Crows are very intelligent creatures. There's also dream states, and it's also about death. Okay, so we're seeing the death card, the coffin, the crow. So lots of Scorpio energy also pulling through. We have boundaries and we have growth. Okay, and under that we have the 8 of Cups. Under that we have 10 swords, and under that we have 2 cups in reverse. Yeah. So, beautiful pile 2. I think your person is energetically removed. Okay, they might have blocked you, or they're just vacant, absent. They're going through a massive shift right now, and I think if you feel very spiritually connected to this person, or you know that there's something greater with this person, what's going on is being communicated to you through dreams and intuition, signs, symbols, synchronicities, however you're in tune with this person in your own source. Okay, with the divine, which I feel is through dreams because of the mallard and everything else that you're seeing, because this person is amidst the massive transformation. So unfortunately, at this time, you guys are separated, I feel. Okay, so I feel there was an ending. I feel with that tower, there was a need for massive shift in this person's world. And I feel like a part of this shift, what requirement was you and them sort of ending the connection as it was. So there was a parting of ways, or keeping distance from each other here. Okay, and so I feel like there was an ending, or at least you and your person cannot come together in a way here that's balanced, because I feel like this person is needing to do massive work on self. Okay, so they might be apart, but you're asked at this time to remain with your boundaries, because I feel this person was unhealthy with the devil. And I feel like this person's energy just didn't feel good when I was sitting in their energy. So Spirit is confirming here, because I was asking for anything else also wanting to come through. And it is, this person's emotionally still sort of invested here. Okay, I don't feel this person's going anywhere outside of this connection once they sort of do what they're needing to do here. And I feel like things are stuck right now, because now's not the time. This person is growing, transforming. There's a massive transition here. You will hear from this person when the time is right, and there will be something to build here with this person. Okay, but I feel like this person right now is not in an energy that's workable with this 7 swords. So you're not seeing a lot of what's happening here. This person is still in sabotage mode. This person is still incapable of starting anything new at this time, because in order to have a new beginning, we have to fully transition the old, release the devil, because Spirit doesn't want you involved in any sort of unhealthy things with this person until they totally detach here from devils. Okay, and so I feel like this person is being sort of tested by the universe to lean into their courage and their strength in order to allow themselves to be able to move forward here. But at this time, I feel this person is incapable of offering anything new or exploring anything new. So how does this person think that you're feeling? I feel like this person feels like you are guarding and protecting yourself, like you're having to have no choice but to have a new beginning, like you're trying to move forward from this person, and that this person is feeling as though, yeah, like they're the reason why things have not moved forward. So they might see as someone here who has also been dedicated or focused on your work, potentially, or trying to attain something for yourself more long term, but that you're leaning towards the pentacle realm, like actually attaining things for yourself that this person might have not have been able to give to you, you know, like things you can actually touch, hold, feel. Pentacle realm, like furthering yourself so that you can build your own sort of long-term empire, something solid, reliable for yourself, and that this is what you are doing. Your person sees you as someone who's very strong here, despite their inability to be authentic and honest, and despite them being stuck. You're still growing, you're still moving here. Okay, I feel like this person sees this. 9 cups, yeah, and with the 9 cups in reverse, it's like neither of you guys kind of got what you wanted here. And so it's easy to think, well, this person could have easily just did, you know, what they needed to do in order to get what they wanted, and we both be emotionally happy. But this person is incapable incapable. They have to do the work. They have to do the shadow work. They have to work with their subconscious. They have to get out of any sort of seven swords, because I feel like this person has either lied to you in the past because of their inability to deal with their shadow. And so if this person doesn't deal with what they need to, they're just going to keep repeating sort of patterns here. So there's a need to have boundaries, distance from this person until they do whatever healing they need to do. And so I feel this person is just going to be sort of removed from your world, you know. But yeah, I feel like you'll be in contact here with the divine, with what's going on with this person. And I don't feel as though this person is energetically able to move past, you know, move past this connection in any way, because I feel it haunts them. I feel it's haunting this person. They're being called to have a new look on life here, and leap towards the new. But the only way to do this, like I said, is to release the old. I feel like there's another message wanting to come through for this group. So I'm going to pull final message here from spirits for pile 2. What is this message coming through right here, right now for pile 2 in regards to this connection? Clear and concise message for pile 2, spirit. What is it that's coming through? I feel like you're it's difficult because I feel like you're separated from this person, so potentially why this is wanting to come through as a separate message. My throat chakra is getting really tight. And funny, we have crow, which is all about communication. What is this message, spirits, coming through for pile 2? We have the 10 cups in reverse. And we have the 4 cups. We have the 9 cups in reverse. We have the 10 swords. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the 5 wands. Why is this 4 cups here? 2 cups in reverse. And we have the moon. And we have the 6 wands in reverse, but I don't read bottom of the deck reverse, and judgment in reverse, and the King of Wands. 3 swords in reverse. Okay. So all this stuff is showing pretty much the same things we were talking about, except there is an extra layer here. So I think what Spirit is showing is here's you're not very happy here, okay, with this 4 cups. With the state of being right now, because I feel like you saw potential here of a 10 of cups, and I feel like your person saw a state of a 10 of cups as well. Like this isn't something you've dreamt up in your own mind here, okay? But I feel like you're really conflicted here, you know, because you cannot come together with this person. You couldn't make it happen with this person. It didn't happen. And so Spirit is showing the 9 cups is both of you guys not getting your wish, being emotionally unsatisfied with the result of things here, okay? And that this ending is temporary. It's not in the uprights, that we're not completely closing the chapter here, okay, that there is still more. There's still more to process here in regards to this ending, because this person still needs to transition all the stuff in their subconscious, okay? Anything here that was creating the fear, was creating the 7 swords, was creating the shadow and distortions in this connection, was getting this person to act in 7 swords. So this person is needing to really close that out in order for there to be a new beginning here, okay? But I feel like your person still hasn't seen the light, so to speak. So therefore this person isn't in a position here to come forward, you know, because they won't have the success here. And I feel like both of you guys want success, obviously. I mean, who doesn't want success? But I feel like there's a lot to process here with trauma, which is in the subconscious, with the 3 swords, okay? And so if this person caused 3 swords to you, they also cause 3 swords to themselves. But there's deeper pain here that needs to be resolved. And so I feel like this is, to me, talking about ego, okay? And so I feel like when we talk ego, we got to dig into the subconscious, and we have to do a lot of work. And I feel like this person has a lot of ego work to do, and the ego could be low self-esteem. You know, I have to deceive, lie, act in ways here that make me, I don't know, appear in this way or that way. We can't just be ourselves. We can't just allow ourselves to be, you know, and so there isn't a balance here. And I feel there's a lot of conflict. And so Spirit's saying you deserve, because this is your energy coming through, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, but this is solid, stable, reliable, and very practical, and an energy here that's stable and consistent on their own. Doesn't need anyone else to provide them with security and stability. So you're being encouraged to stand in your power. To stand in your power here, okay, and to have your boundaries. Okay, to have your boundaries, not to maybe be conflicted about what's going on here, because what's going on here is much needed in order for this person to close things out here. But both of you guys kind of feel the same way here. Okay, so I feel like this person is really having to sit with parts of their subconscious here in order to make this transition, because I feel like they haven't closed these things out that they're really needing to close out. And so there is a recognition here that, you know, you might feel rejected by this person right now, or that the universe is rejecting you and that you're never going to attain some sort of 10 cups here, you know, and that this person might have been your only hope at a 10 cups, but it's not true. Okay, it's not true at all. And so I feel like if you want to have success here with this person, Spirit is saying this person is going through a massive transformation right now, and you can be happy without this person. There's no need to be conflicted. It's just this person's unavailable at this time, and this is the reason why. Okay, Ace of Cups in reverse. So yeah, they're learning about self-love, but I feel like you can have a new beginning, but I feel like you're not. You're here looking at what didn't work, you know, feeling rejected, and the universe is saying, hey, pile 2, like, there's always a cup of love here for you, but you have to see it. Don't be focused on the things that didn't work, you know. And when we are still focused on the things that don't work, and in this energy, it's because we don't see our own value. We don't see our own ability to stand on our own. So I feel like you're challenged as well. Okay, there's a lot of conflict when it comes to self-reliability outside of being with someone else or having to be emotionally propped up by someone else. We could still find our happiness here. Okay, but I know it's easier said than done if we're emotionally sort of still grieving things. But I feel like this card is more of, you can look at the glass being half full, you know, but we might be choosing to see what's not working. And so this energy is sort of a lower vibe state when we can have growth in our own life here, so that we can be ready for a new change as well. Okay, pile number 2. This is what I have for you. I hope this helped you, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, hello. Beautiful, gorgeous angels. Pile number 3. You guys picked the anime tarot and this white Riverstone heart. We're looking at the person on your mind and what are their thoughts in regards to how they're thinking, you're feeling, and thinking about them in this connection right here, right now. All right, so this is coming from their point of view, meaning it may or may not be accurate as far as the reality of how you're thinking and feeling, but it's what they think you feel and think. Okay, so if you've tapped into your own pile, meaning your own energy, this is going to sound a lot more like what you think they are feeling and thinking. Okay, if that's the case, then you might want to go check out another pile, see if your person's there, or you can certainly stay and listen because there might be a message in there for you. All right, so up to you, of course. We'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. And how is the person on their mind thinking, pile 3 is thinking and feeling right here, right now, about them and this connection? Clear and concise message. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of this connection. And of course, of pile 3. Thank you so much. Queen of Cups falling in reverse. That is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. We'll pull some oracles as well. So like I say, I realize this might take some time. You guys can go get a tea or some water. I feel another one. Or you can skip ahead. Spirit, clear and concise message. How is pile 3's person on their mind thinking pile 3 is feeling and thinking right here, right now, Spirit? Thank you so much for this message. And one more, last one for pile 3. Okay. So let's move this out of the way. Bottom of the deck, we have the 2 Pentacles. Under that, King of Cups. Look at that, King and Queen of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Divine counterparts that feel the same way. Someone seems emotionally unavailable here. Let's see. Ace of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 5 Swords in reverse. And we have the King of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, and we have the 9 of Wands. And we have the Moon, Cancer, Pisces. Very strong Cancer, Pisces in this pile. 7 of Cups in reverse. And Death, Scorpio. Wow, and Scorpio. A lot of watery energy pulling through. We have the Fox. I put the Fox right there. We have Defeat. Okay. I'm feeling some Aquarius and also some Aries, Leo, Sag pulling through. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, and want to date. All right. We have Fear. And we have Addiction. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, and restraint. Okay, just let me sit with this energy. What's under that? The Hermit in reverse, Virgo. Under that, 6 of Cups. Wow, okay. 6 of Cups, Hermit in reverse. Okay. It's kind of a cute energy. A little bit here. This person understands that there's mutual love here, okay? And that you are their person and that you might realize that they are your person, okay? But they see you as, you seeing them as someone here who might not be able to choose this connection or prioritize or fully come forward in this connection to make things happen here because of fear. And so they're reserved. So if they really, 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 really love you, they're just showing maybe a fraction of how they feel to you. And so they feel like maybe you're a little disappointed here, or that you see them as maybe somebody who's disappointed you because they couldn't face their fear. And I think their fear here is in expressing themselves or allowing themselves to feel, because they're blocked for whatever reason here. Okay, emotionally they're blocked, they're held back in some way, or just incapable of transcending past whatever is holding them back. And so they feel like you can see through this, or that they're not fully being honest here, but that they're really limited here by something in themselves. Okay, like the fear is greater here, and that this person potentially is fighting through this fear, or that they still want to make themselves available in a way here that's past this, but there has to be massive sort of change in this person's way in order for things to transform, for them to choose this connection, to make it very clear, because I feel like this person could be back and forth, or just hasn't completely committed, or the shoe hasn't completely dropped, or they haven't fully expressed I love you, or made it obvious, apparent, you know, or maybe they said I love you, but they haven't really taken this to the next level here. Yeah, and I'm going to do another layer here to see what this is about, but it's coming through like I think you want something more, or they feel you want something more in a pentacle way with this person, you know, that's a practical way. And that this person is incapable of presenting that to you. And it could be because either they are blocked with something. I don't know what the block is here, or held back, or something is not allowing them to. But there's also a lot of fear and things in their mind, such as beliefs, that are restricting them from overcoming this, to just be able to do this for whatever reason. Whatever the this is. I don't know. Maybe you wanted to move together. Maybe you, I don't know, wanted to go steady. Maybe you wanted this person to be more consistent. I'm getting a message here, and it's kind of coming through as a download, that some of you guys might work together, or met at work, or something to do with work, with the fox. And there might, this is a very specific message, but there might be fear because you guys might have to work together, or have worked together in some way, that it might impact something here, or they have to be a little more guarded about this connection for whatever reason, so they can't really show their true feelings here. That's for some of you guys. Okay, well, let's dig into this one. This is an interesting one, and see a little bit more. But I don't know, like, I feel like it's kind of sad, because I feel like this person thinks you might see them as someone who can't do something here, you know, and so they might appear like a failure, or like they're defeated because they gave into their fear, or they can't see past the fear, or take that step, or do that thing. So let's see if we could get more clear. Spirit, can we get more clarity for pile number 3? What is this we're seeing here in regards to pile 3's person, and how they're thinking pile 3 is feeling and thinking about them in this connection? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3 in this connection. How is it that pile 3's person is thinking, pile 3 is thinking and feeling about them? Look at the work card again. Something about work is coming through again. Let's see. If you guys do work together, this person's clearly afraid of something with work here. Okay, of being seen. Here's the devil coming on, and we had addictions. So this does speak about addictions. And there we have the Prince of Swords. It could just be being held back because of some unhealthy belief, with the 8 of Swords as well. So Capricorn, this is the Knight of Swords. I don't know if I said page. Knight of Swords. Okay. How is pile 3's person thinking? Pile 3 is feeling. Heart with a key. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. Ghost and strength. Strength keeps coming out. All 3 piles. Ghost came out for pile number 2. How is pile 3's person thinking? Pile 3 is feeling. We have liar, which is actually fire, but it says liar. And this gives me 4 wands all the time. Alrighty. And that's funny, we saw the fox, which fox is all about maybe being deceptive or sneaky, and that fire definitely says liar. Something, yeah, it's like you see through this person, and you know that this person has feels, okay? But I feel like you see this person as having to hold back their feelings, or not be honest with their feelings, and that they're kind of cowardly. That's how they think you see them. Okay. Devil, Knight Swords, 9 of Cups in reverse, 8 Pentacles, the Moon now in the reverse, Cancer, Pisces, King of Cups now in reverse instead of the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 10 Wands, and the Five Swords, and there is the Page of Wands, and there's the Tiger. Tiger is divine feminine energy. And it's also talking about courage. Okay, this person kind of feels a little cowardly here, or they think you see them cowardly, and it could be definitely projecting. Okay, or maybe you do see them as cowardly. I feel this person has feelings for you they're unable to act on. They can't confront you. They feel like you see them as someone who's really held back here by something in their environment. Okay, something in their environment has them chained back or held back, but it's definitely in line with some sort of belief that they have about their limitation in which they can't step forward. So maybe you don't believe it to be a limitation here, that they're just constructing some sort of limitation that doesn't exist. Okay, and like I said, for some of you guys, it could be because you guys work together. And for some of you guys, it could be because this person has some sort of addiction problem, or maybe this person is just a coward at expressing themselves. But I feel like this person feels you want them to come forward and open their heart space. Like you want them to show up, and this person hasn't shown up. So this person's either avoiding or just pretending like the feelings aren't there, or suppressing them. So this is making you unhappy. Okay, but beneath that, there is a fire, and this is like a lot of passion here that's growing and very intense, and that this person can no longer hold back their passion. Okay, but that this person is sort of having a really hard time holding themselves back, and that they have a very hard time expressing themselves as well. Like actually being honest, being emotionally expressive, that there's a lot of fear here. So this person just sees that you think that they are creating conflict here, and that you would like to explore this connection with this person. That you're quite courageous, but lots is coming through about the courage, and the strength of having to sort of push through this. And that, I don't know, like they'd have to see through this, or they'd have to work through this in order to make things work here. But I don't know. I just feel like this person has not done that yet. So I want to see why this moon is in reverse, because I mean that's definitely the fear. But in the reverse here, I feel like it's trying to tell us something here. Why is this moon in reverse here, Spirit? What's with this moon in reverse? The Page of Cups. Page of Cups is the early stages of opening our heart space. Like, look at this little lock is open a tiny little bit here, okay? Open your heart. Like, this is the beginning. Flirting, showing interest. I feel like this person might keep it in the zone of what doesn't terrify them, which is potentially flirts. But I feel like this person cannot get any deeper or express anything deeper than this without triggering the fear. And so I feel like this person wants you to know, but at the same time doesn't allow you to know the extent of it, is kind of what I'm seeing here, because then the fear kicks on. So it might be confusing to you, because I don't feel like this person is completely shutting you out. I feel like this person might be maybe feeling almost like they're stringing you along here, but I don't feel they're stringing you. Four of Pentacles, which is the devil. It's like in the comfort zone. And the comfort zone is where we don't have to have courage because we're safe here. We don't have to express ourselves if we're not comfortable expressing self or showing emotions. King of Pentacles in reverse. So this is kind of giving me work energy again. Like the King of Pentacles is solid, reliable, committed, stable, long-term sort of energy. And in the reverse, it's like I feel this person might already be sort of fixed on some sort of idea here of themselves. And so it might be difficult for them to break out of this. I'm going to pull another thing here of the tarot just to see if we could see a little bit more. Spirit, can we... Oh, what the hell? Can we dive in a little deeper here for pile 3? What is pile 3's person thinking? Pile 3 is thinking and feeling. Anything else pile 3 is needing to know about this connection that might pull through as well? Clear and concise, so I can channel this message for pile 3 spirit. Anything further clarity? What do they need to know about this connection and about how this person is thinking they're feeling right here, right now? 7 cups. So you might think that they, you see that they have feelings for you, but you might think that they, I don't know. I feel like you feel this person might be choosing to not choose you for whatever reason. Like doing it purposefully or something here. King of Wands in reverse. Need for confidence. 4 of Pentacles we already saw. Fixed, stuck. Awakening with Aeon. Judgment. King of Cups in reverse for a 3rd time. Mind you, it was in the upright first. So again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. An inability to emotionally express self here. To be emotionally available. To go deep. 7 of Wands in reverse. There's the Retreat. Wheel of Fortune. And the Page of Wands in the exact same spot. And there's the 8 of Wands. Communication. Okay. I think this is maybe a concern maybe this person's thinking that you might have, or maybe this is a legitimate concern coming to you, because I feel you think this person could communicate if they wanted to, how they were feeling. You know, if they really want to choose this connection, or like it seems like maybe they're keeping their back door open, or that they want to have multiple options here. And this is why this person cannot come forward here, or is ghosting you, or is keeping space between you. I feel like this person has a lot of passion here for you. I feel this person has love, but is incapable of tapping into deep heart space here because of their inability to be emotionally available and express self. And so I feel like this person is having to sit with understanding their own emotions and how it is that they can emotionally be available, because I think they don't understand themselves all that well when it comes to emotions. Okay, which does require courage for us to be expressive and to allow ourselves to feel, you know. But I feel like this person doesn't have a vision or the confidence here to pursue, because I feel this person is very held back in their comfort zone, stuck to some sort of thing that keeps them feeling safe, or they don't have to express themselves. Okay, but I feel like this person might to you feel like they retreated or just gave up. Okay, but I feel like they're having to face and deal with the universe here. Like this is a divinely sort of orchestrated thing here in which this person is going to have to experience what it's like to feel, what it's like to sit with feelings, what it's like to express feelings. But I feel like you're either on hold, even though the wheel is in the upright, or you're waiting for this person to turn it around here. You know, like you're still wanting to explore this connection. You're still wanting things to turn around. You're still sort of available here, you know, once this person is ready. But I feel like right now, either you see that this person isn't, so there's nothing you can really do about it, aside from just sort of giving it up to the universe here and waiting for them to sort of decide, you know. But I think it's more than them just deciding. I think this person's really having to do some major reflecting here and lean into a lot of courage. There's the Page of Cups again, you know, innocent love, the flirting, opening the heart space. So I think this person is going to have to push themselves outside of just this opening the heart space with flirtation or keeping things light, because I feel like this is where this person gets very spooked. So let's just see if there's guidance here for you, because I feel like there might be some more information. Sorry, I know this one turned a little bit, but I feel this is what you're needing to hear. So Spirit, what does pile 3 then need to hear? What is this guidance for pile 3? Anything further to wrap this up? Well, we have the Judgment card coming out again. 8 of Cups, 2 Swords. Final message for pile 3. What are they needing to know? Guidance. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse. Why is this 8 of Cups here, Spirit? We have the Empress, Taurus energy, and Libra. Why is this 2 Swords here? We have Strength showing up again, Leo energy. Page of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords in reverse, and there's the Page of Cups yet again, and the Ace of Cups. Cups, 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 cups everywhere. Okie dokie. I feel you are disappointed here. Spirit's showing this Ace of Cups is all about having an emotional new beginning, and this is about self-love and self-worth. And so I feel like there's a realization here of a potential that isn't realized with this person. Okay, and for now, you're being asked to walk away from anything that doesn't emotionally fulfill you so that you can sit in a greater sort of understanding of unconditional love of self, self-worth, self-value, laying boundaries, understanding that there is abundance. You don't have to sit here, okay, with 2 Swords, not knowing which way to go or where to move, because I feel like you are that Page of Wands looking back, really eager, passionately wanting to explore something that was unavailable, was ghost. Okay, was ghosts. This person just is not there yet. Okay, so I feel like there's a need for you to face your own courage, to take a look at where you might be fostering some pain here that makes you feel like you have to wait on someone maybe that's emotionally unavailable, or to not be able to fulfill yourself in the interim here. Because there is something about self-love here that we're not either seeing or embracing, and a trauma potentially that's keeping us feeling like we have this person and this person only at this time, you know. And I get it when we're attached to our person, but I feel like Spirit is saying you can have a new beginning here, okay, and allow this person to sort of transform however they transform. But I feel like this person is at a stage of learning how to open the heart. And I feel like you have this key. And I feel you know you have this key to this person's heart. And so I feel this person's heart has been opened. But I feel like it hits some sort of wall here with the King of Cups in reverse. And so I feel like that has to naturally progress out with the Moon in reverse. Like naturally, they got to come out of their fear. Naturally, they sit in their subconscious to see why are they held back. If you guys are in a workplace, naturally, this person might have to come out of their 4 Pentacles to be okay. I mean, I don't know what your workplace sort of rules are about, you know, people dating, but I feel like there's something here this person's needing to sort of overcome. And in the interim, there's something within you that you're needing to sort of take a look at that might be sitting as pain that you haven't really looked at, that's blocking you from having a new beginning. Okay, and I feel like as we heal the heartbreak, because I feel there is heartbreak here for you, I feel you have passion towards someone. You could see a future with, I feel this 4 Wands, this 10 Cups. You could sense it. You could feel it, especially if you felt you had the key here for this person. And this person's sort of stuck. You know, it's difficult to just walk away here. But I feel like Spirit is saying, once we learn to walk away from what doesn't emotionally satisfy us, we find a sense of balance here. We can have something more solid, a new beginning. And that doesn't mean that this person won't do the healing that they need to do, but maybe this will trigger this person to do the healing they need to do. Temperance in reverse. This person is just unavailable right now to bring anything to this connection, to have a balance, you know. And I feel like you're in an energy here that could provide something to this connection, but it might be something unhealthy as well, because I feel like there's a need for you to learn about unconditional love and healing of self too, especially if we're sort of hanging around or waiting for someone here who is not doing it physically here you know, because I feel like you deserve someone who is present, who's not emotionally unavailable, who is going to step up. Not somebody here who's just sort of 4 pentacles and frozen, because I feel like that's what this person is. And I feel like you're maybe losing confidence of self. You're maybe not seeing a vision or future for yourself with that King of Wands in reverse, you know, and Spirit's saying like you do have a beautiful future here. There's a need for you to, let's read this tiger, to see your beauty so that you can allow the universe to move things, even if that allows things to move forward here with this person. I don't know where Tiger is because this isn't alphabeticalized, but I feel we might have a beautiful message here somewhere. Tiger, do you guys see it? Am I blind? Look at this. It's almost like you wanting to see something in this person that's not, I don't see it. I must be blind. So let me just see. It's not alphabetical anyway, so I'll just flip through this and see if we could see Tiger. There it is. Carnal desires, opulence. The regal tiger has inspired both awe and fear in humans across centuries. It is often admired and desired for its beautiful coat, fang-like teeth, and deadly claws. If you've ever been in the presence of a mighty tiger, it's easy to understand why. Everything about a tiger feels carnal, powerful, and full of desire. You too embody this eros. If you pull this card in a reading, there is hunger that exists within all of us. What is it that fuels the beast inside? It may be a person, a place, a thing. If you feel this hunger churning, it's time to feed. Our passions can be an incredible primordial force of power that we can use to embrace deep fulfillment and pleasure. Alternatively, you may be in the incredible flow of luxury and abundance. Regardless, something there is a deep, tangible pleasure calling out to you now. Initiate yourself into its mysteries. Look to the other cards around the tiger for clues. So, you have desires, you have passions. Plus this 4 of Wands to me is some sort of stability based on passions. Okay, this person's unavailable to fulfill any of your carnal desires here. I feel like you do have desire to get with this person. Okay, but I feel like there's a need for you to understand that there is abundance around you to be had, that you can fulfill your own desires here. But I feel like at this time with this person, emotionally, they're not available. So we have to do what we can to take action, to create a new beginning here for ourselves, okay? And to process the pain here, no matter how difficult it is, not to sort of maybe wait around because it causes more pain and we're just prolonging dealing with this, okay? Pile number 3, this is what I have for you guys. I do feel this person is slowly going to shift here, but not if you're just sort of waiting, watching the paint dry. Okay, pile 3, I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 4, you guys picked the spheres of heaven and this beautiful fluorite bug. We're looking at a person on your mind and how is it that they're thinking you're feeling and thinking about them right here, right now, at this time. Please keep in mind this is their own perception of how you're thinking and feeling, which may or may not be exactly how you're thinking and feeling, okay? So they could certainly be projecting, but if this sounds more like your energy, meaning this is what you think your person is thinking and feeling, and then you've tapped into your own pile. Okay, that means the energy is flipped. You'll have to go check out another pile if you want to see how your person is thinking. You're thinking and feeling, okay? So, up to you to use your own intuition. See if it sounds like it resonates. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 4. For pile 4, spirits, the person they came here about, how are they thinking? Pile 4 is thinking and feeling about them right here, right now. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 4. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 4. Thank you so much, pile 4, for allowing me to tap into your energy the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed, so grateful to be here. We'll pull some oracles as well. I realize this sometimes takes a bit. Okay, one more, so feel free to go get some water. Fast forward if you want. Clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 3. Wow, quite a bit of oracles here for you guys. How is pile number 3's person thinking pile 3 is feeling and thinking about them specifically right here, right now in this connection? Okay, so we have 7 swords. The only thing that revealed itself. 7 swords is an untruth, not being transparent, maybe lying, or just being to yourself. Okay, let's see. Maybe you think they're not being honest. We have the Hermit, Virgo, and we have the Chariot, Cancer. 2 major arcanas. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. We have the Page of Swords. And we have 5 swords. Okie dokie. And we have 2 pentacles in reverse. And we have 6 cups. And we have Death, Scorpio energy in reverse. We have the Elephant. And we have Illumination. Came out for pile 1. We have Cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in our head. I'll put that with the Elephant because it means the exact same thing. Not today, not dealing, hurt, avoid a conversation, call person, boundaries, still angry. I'll put that there because that's the same thing. Same with the 6 cups. And we have Love, beautiful love energy. And we have Truth. And we have Defeat. Wowzers. Like I said, you might have to flip the energy. 8 cups in reverse, which means the exact same. What I'm seeing here, guys, is a whole big energy about something in the past this person can't get over. Or stuck in the past. You know, something hurt them in the past. Someone hurt them in the past. Their past person, place, thing. I don't know. They're stuck in their childhood. Maybe they're stuck in a connection of the past. Maybe something hurt them from this relationship in the past. But this person's sort of stuck in the past and they're needing to release the past. And so therefore, they're just avoiding this connection, or they're not doing what they can in this connection. So there's some greater truth they're needing to embrace. You know, like, yeah, like they're needing to embrace some honest truth here, or that they're not letting you into this world of where they got hurt or where they can't release this. And so this person's incapable of showing up here, showing to you that they love you in some way, and like they don't see it. You know, they don't see how they're creating the conflict here, that they're choosing to stay in conflict here because of their inability to detach from the past in order to choose this connection or to make themselves available. And so they're choosing to sit in a memory of the past, you know, that they're having a hard time releasing, so that they can make movement here, and so that they're processing this and reflecting on this. But if they're to move forward in this connection and have success, they really have to reflect here and do the inner work and get clear about what's going on inside of them, and how they've been showing up here has been some sort of sabotage way. 7 swords, 5 swords, like you can't work with someone like this, you know, someone who hasn't been completely upfront, who might have been hurt in the past but doesn't want to have conversation about it, somebody who's holding their love back, somebody who isn't capable of showing love or receiving love, you know, but that there's a greater truth here to be understood and explored, you know, and that this person, I don't know, is like stuck in pain, or that this experience has hurt them, and so they're like feeling very defeated in what has transpired in the past, and stuck here in some way, you know, not being able to make themselves available or break free from this so that they can choose love, so that they can choose something different for themselves. But there's an energy here of your love sort of providing this guiding light, like your love being the light here in this person's dark world of experience here. And whatever has pained them or made them sort of incapable of being open and workable here with another, you came in here with this love and this light that's having this person see and actually start thinking about, you know, am I sabotaging? How am I sabotaging? Why can I not love? And so I feel like this person feels there's a soul connection here to you with the 6 cups, because it's my soulmates. I feel there is love, mutual, romantic love. But I feel like there's also this heavy sadness that comes with this, you know, especially when it comes to what is it that we can build for the future together. This person might be very confused or not have any idea yet, or might not prioritize this connection in a way here that allows it to progress, to have success, to move forward. 9 wands, so they could be very defensive, you know, but this is the wounded warrior that has 1 wand still left in it in them to fight. So I feel like this person might feel your love has guided them and is showing them this one way, you know, this one way to see, potentially, where they are not being completely upfront with their feelings or not allowing themselves to open their heart space in a way to show a true expression, you know, to see a truth here that they've been suppressing because they either feel they deserve to be hurt still, or they just can't let go of a hurt still, or a memory of a hurt kept them stuck, avoiding, delaying, and just not wanting to deal with it. And that this person's avoiding talking to you, you know, talking to you about the pain. But I feel like, I don't know, things might be changing here in some way, you know. It's kind of what I feel with the death being present here. Like, this is a need to release things from the past. And I don't know, like there might be a beginning stage of communicating or seeing the light here of what needs to go, but still not able to sort of completely release. So we're going to pull deeper layer here with this one to see if we could see some more. And I will pull fresh oracle cards because it does give us a little bit more depth to this reading. What do we have? This, and this. Okay, so let's pull some more. Spirits, thank you so much for that communication for pile number 4. Can we please dive in a little deeper for pile 4 in regards to what does pile 4's person think that pile 4 is thinking and feeling about them at this time? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 4. Thank you so much. Can we dive in a little deeper into this or anything else pile 4 is needing to know about this connection that can come through here? Clear and concise, so I can channel this message for beautiful pile 4. Spirit, thank you so much. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius showing up. I just heard your person does think that you're absolutely beautiful, attractive, and that you are needing to hear this. Page of Wands. I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. And 7 Wands. Okay. So let's pull one of these. Yeah, like you're a high value person here who is of great worth. We have Ghost. And this person might be incapable of showing you, has not yet shown you. Doesn't seem like this person's been available. This came out for 3 piles. Pile 2, 3, and now pile 4 with this Ghost. I do feel there's one more of these. Spirit's clear and concise message for pile number 4. How is this person thinking pile 4 is feeling about them? And I feel one more of these as well. Okay, 2 more. Wow. So we have healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. Yes. Beautiful photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Nice. Getting beyond the elephant. Love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction, or love. Look, self-love, self-love. Choosing self instead of a painful thing of the past. Sweetness. Oh my goodness, you guys. So sweet. My teeth are hurting here in this reading. Let's pull one of these. So we had the Page of Cups, we saw the Page of Swords, now we're seeing Page of Wands. So lots of page energy. I feel this person is still maybe in some sort of early stages of self-development here and self-love, you know. May not be very self-developed, or this person could certainly be younger than you, okay? But if not, just an experience potentially in connection. But I feel like they might have been really stuck from some painful memory, you know, a painful memory that they had in childhood, or just, you know, maybe their understanding of connection or love is distorted in some way due to some trauma or some inner child work or some sort of memory. I feel like it's been an experience in the past. You know, it doesn't have to be romantic so much as an experience in the past that's really triggered this person into heartbreak or stunted them. So we have Lion. Look at that beautiful courage, strength, Leo energy, and light. Yes, you are the light. We saw illumination. Your love is the light here. Yeah, your love is the light. You guys, this is beautiful. Okay, 3 swords. There's that pain. So we sit in heartbreak, and we could choose to heal by making new memories, you know, by choosing self here. But I feel like this person feels like they disappointed you, you know, their lack of action or their words or what they're doing here is causing heartbreak to you, but they see you as a beautiful Queen of Wands here. 4 wands, look at that. That's my 1111 card. Twin flames, union, coming together. Okay, that's marriage. Celebration. 4 cups, here's the rejection. So that's why they were wanting to tell you how beautiful and attractive you are. Because I feel like this person is making you feel either rejected or incapable of reflecting back to you due to their pain. And I feel it's caused a lot of pain here, but I feel like this person wants to create some sort of stability here with you, you know, but they'll have to let go of the past to be able to create new memories, which would require a lot of strength. I feel there's lots of innocent love here with all the pages and this sweetness. Okay, like this Page of Wands is all about going after it, exploring, not being held back in any way. And 7 of Wands in reverse is like we just sort of gave up. We don't feel we have it in us. We don't feel we have it in us to win. The Moon, this could be our subconscious, things really shoved in the subconscious that causes us to feel fear, causes us to freeze, to react in certain ways. Okay, so Cancer and Pisces energy. There's another page. So now we saw every single page. Page of Pentacles. So this is the early stages of a beautiful opportunity. And I feel like this person might have feared chasing up on the opportunity that was in front of them, but they see you as this beautiful light. You know, your love is this beautiful light. They'll guide them through this fear so that they can explore a new opportunity, make new memories, create something new. And I feel this person hasn't been present, but they're needing to make different choices here in their own life to choose happiness. 4 of Swords in reverse. So I need to heal. I need to really reflect with the Hermit we were also seeing, to go within, to look at the pain, to be honest with self. I feel like this person understands that they're needing to do this because they see that you see that they're needing to really sit and reflect with this greater understanding that there is some potential here for them to explore, you know, for them to really explore. But they'll have to get past this fear and see any pain that they've created here, and that you're worth this, you know, that you're worth this. They see someone who is very courageous, very beautiful, and someone who's got there on your own. You know, like you got there on your own. You went through potentially your own fears here, using your own strength, your own ability to see through the pain, potentially pain that they've caused you, or rejection, or whatever here, because I feel like they haven't been able to express to you how much you mean to them. You know, so I feel this person feels an unconditional love here towards you, but at the same time, this person doesn't really fully understand how to love self. And so they're incapable of showing up. And so they see you as this beautiful guiding light that's just lighting up their world. And I don't know that this person was seeing there being a new opportunity outside of the pain and that elephant we were seeing of what they experienced. So this is very different, very different. And I feel like they feel they've disappointed you by not being able to come together here with you, maybe as easily as maybe you had wanted them to, you know, to establish that structure. And instead they just left you with sort of disappointment and potentially rejection here because of their fear, or their inability to do all the healing, their inability to show up, their inability to choose differently. So let's dig in a little bit more here, because I still feel like we need to see maybe another layer. I'll leave these here. I think I'm done with the oracles, but spirits, can we then see a little bit more here? Is there anything further pile 4 is needing to know about this and this connection? The final message here for pile 4, what are they needing to know about their person and this connection, and how pile 4's person is thinking, pile 4 is feeling? Anything more pile 4 needs to know? Thank you so much. Star, beautiful, Aquarius, Lovers, Gemini. Oh my goodness, Star and Lovers. Okay. That's 2 major arcanas. 2 air signs. What else does pile 4 need to know about this connection and this message? The Magician in reverse, Virgo energy, Gemini energy twice now. The Knight of Wands. It's a passion here. 8 Pentacles and 6 Pentacles and 9 Pentacles and 10 Swords in reverse. And we got 2 Lovers in this deck, so here's Lovers as well. Okay, the Lovers in reverse, and there we have the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay, just give me a second here. So I feel like there's definitely a lot of healing that needs to be done in this connection because of what has transpired or hasn't transpired, because I feel like this person hasn't yet been able to fully carry their load when it comes to Pentacle realm. So it might have been very imbalanced. Okay, but I feel like this person has a lot of desire and a lot of passion here. And I feel like this person is wanting to choose this connection, but is having a very difficult time and sort of making it happen here. And so you might be feeling that this person could be appearing as though they might be selfish here with this Magician in reverse, you know, like trying to manipulate things here, maybe in a way that's self-serving to self. But I feel as though this person is just in an energy where they feel they don't have what it takes here to support this connection. But I feel like Spirit's messaging here with the Star is to have hope. You know, have hope here with this beautiful light and love. That love will lead the way here. That this person is going to be led by their unconditional love, and their need to really look at the choices that they make here in their life with the Lovers, talking about choices, okay? And sometimes we choose the wrong path, and when we choose the wrong path, eventually we hit a block where we got to circle back and to look at the right path. And so I feel like this person is learning all about choosing the right path, choosing the right person, choosing the right thing to do. And so if they were pained, they might have chose in self-defeating natures of things that wouldn't really pan out, or that would hurt them more, or would reflect back to them the pain they were already having. Like, I'm undeserving of this, or this is what I deserve. And, and not leaning into this, I do deserve unconditional happiness and love to come to me. So I feel like this is the healing this person's been working through, and potentially maybe you've had to learn about your own unconditional love of self. But I feel like this person might have been walking down the wrong path, is what I feel has happened. And so I feel like if you're parted with this person, it is a temporary separation, because I feel like it's not over here with this 10 swords in reverse. Okay, it's not over, because this person's having to choose the destined path of what they're supposed to experience here. But they got to do the due diligence, put in the energy, the time, the effort to make things balanced again, to find a way to get things balanced, to work through this belief that they're incapable of manifesting what they want. But I feel like you haven't been able to manifest what you want here. Okay, and so I feel like you're sitting here at this crossroads, like, is this where I'm supposed to be? Should I invest? Things have been imbalanced, and here you are as this beautiful Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you're capable of being independent on your own, successful on your own. You don't need anyone else here. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, if you need to lean on your own sort of resources in order to heal, in order for you to create what you need, the balance that you need, do that. Focus on that. So that's where you should put your energy. And this path that you're supposed to go on with whomever you're supposed to go on will present itself. Have faith in this. Okay, be it this person or not, which I feel is this person, although I feel like this person is just not walking beside you at this time. I feel like they're sort of a ghost person here. I feel like they're a ghost person. So I'm going to get a card here for the Magician, because I feel like this talks about communication and divine timing. And here it's in the reverse, so maybe we haven't been able to have a full communication in regards to the imbalance or what would work. Maybe timing hasn't quite worked, because I feel this person's might have made different choices. And so the scales are having to balance. And I feel you've had to sort of focus on your own self here. 5 Wands, conflict. Yeah, it's like it could be an internal conflict, just conflict in the connection, not seeing eye to eye because of the imbalance and just disagreements. So I feel like things have to become balanced in order for things to manifest in a way here that is sustainable, or something that you can build upon. But right now I feel like this connection hasn't got 2 Pentacles in reverse. I feel like the balance is out of whack. I'm surprised we haven't seen the Temperance yet. The balance is out of whack because this person might be choosing or has chose unhealthy choices. And so they're walking the path of the Lovers in reverse, because through that experience, this person will realize that they're not manifesting the things that are meant for them, that they want. And so it creates this sort of conflict. And so this inner sort of conflict knows that there's a greater path, a greater sort of way I could walk. And so I feel like this person is needing to close out any unhealthy things, people, especially if they've been hurt in the past, they have to release that pain. So I feel like there's a final message. Oh, what am I doing? Are these? I'm sorry, guys. I put my cards in backwards. There we go. So, final message. Final message for beautiful Pile 4. What is it that Pile 4 is needing to know? Final message. I don't feel these are right. And if they want to come out, they will. Just didn't fall right. So, clear and concise message for Pile 4. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Justice. There's that balance. Things have to definitely come into balance here for there to be that manifestation, because the Magician in reverse. Like I feel like things haven't quite bloomed, manifested. Things are out of balance. Libra energy. There's the 7 Wands. Now in the upright. Standing the higher ground. The ability to overcome anything that we need to overcome here. Not giving up on self, or feeling like the situation has the best of us. 2 cups in the upright. Beautiful. So we have the Empress, Taurus, and Libra energy. We have the Knight of Wands, now in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups, and we have 10 Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Page of Wands and the Sun in reverse. Wow, lots of page energy pulling through. Okay, so pile 3, we have the Sun in reverse right by this Page of Wands. I think you will have a time of exploration here. The sun is rising. The light is coming. Okay, the light is coming here. I feel like the opportunity hasn't yet blossomed, hasn't yet happened. Okay, it's been something you couldn't really rely on up until now. This person potentially couldn't be someone you could rely on. I feel this person is still in early stages with the Page of Healing. Okay, but I feel like there is an imbalanced love right now that needs to get balanced, like an equal give and take of you and this person to bring justice here. And I feel like this is a true reflection of your value and your beauty, which I feel you probably already know this. Okay, but I feel like you're in this unconditional loving state here of giving to someone who might be a little bit incapable of stepping forward right now, that I feel is fighting through a lot of healing. And I think this person hasn't yet come forward here. You know, they haven't yet fully come forward here. And so I feel like if you're losing hope, Spirit is saying, don't lose hope. Allow yourself to lean into love. Allow yourself to express how you feel. Allow yourself to put boundaries where you need to, but always know your self-worth and where your abundance is here. Okay? Because if you feel as though this person is not capable of bringing justice to you or balance to you, fight for what you believe in. Okay? You don't have to peg yourself to someone here who is incapable, because I feel like you want something that is reliable for the future here. You want an opportunity that grows from 1 to a 10. You know, that's solid, reliable. And right now, if this person is incapable of showing up in a practical way, it stunts whatever you can build here. Okay, so Spirit is saying you don't have to sort of peg yourself to this person here if this person is showing like they're unreliable or incapable of leaning into their courage, fighting for this connection, making change, bringing balance. But I feel like the sun is rising here for you. This will become very clear here for you. Okay, wherever there's confusion, 7 cups, this person is still learning about choosing the right options, healthy choices. And so you might feel like they haven't prioritized you. You still feel like you might be an option. This person's still leaving the back door open. This person's still confused. This person's still in balance with the 6 pentacles in reverse, you know. This person's still uncertain. So it's frustrating here. Yeah, look, the Magician. So all this person is creating right now, I feel, in this connection is uncertainty, confusion, and an imbalance. Okay, and so I feel like if you're navigating through all this stuff, it's because this person's creating this sort of an environment, and you are the other sort of half of this. So if you want to find balance, if you want to, find balance, be clear about your own sort of future empire that you want to build. Don't give up on your dream. Know your self-worth. Understand that this person is working on their own self-balance in regards to making better choices. And if they're incapable of stepping forward to be reliable, to show you what you need here, you can find it at 2 of Cups balance in your world. You don't have to stick around here. Okay, but I feel like there is a lesson of unconditional love being taught here. You know, how to give love. You know, how to give love. And I feel like this is what you've been doing here in this connection. Although I feel like it's time for you to receive love with this Knight of Cups. And so if this person has been sort of ghost, I do feel like this person is returning in some way here to show you or express how they feel. Especially to tell you how much they appreciate you and value you, because I don't know that this person has done that or brought justice to you in this way. So I do feel that is... Look at the Lovers, until they can come back. I don't like when they give the woman a penis. Yes, I said it. Don't give women penises. They don't have penises. So, Gemini, choice. This person is going to circle back to choose what's in their heart, okay? To make a choice that's in line with their emotions, to express themselves, to not make the choice that aligns with the unhealthy version of what happened in the past, so they can make new memories, so they can bring justice to themselves, justice to this connection, because I feel like this is love reciprocated on both sides, of which hasn't been expressed yet. It's been unrequited up until now, or up until this person turning around here, which I feel this person is slowly turning around here. But I do feel like you want to build something here, you know, and it's hasn't happened. So don't give up. You know, you have the advantage here. You're standing on the higher ground to fight for what you want. And you can explore this. You don't have to be stunted. You know, you can explore this, but to know that things will align here for you. All right, beautiful pile number 4. This is your reading. I love you very, very much, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye.